Never Had a Day was produced by my bass player, Sheldrake, who's been one of my best mates for like probably the last 5 years. I've been touring with him. I've probably done 1,000 gigs with him. He used to play for Plan B when I supported Plan B on tour in 2006, and I've always watched Andy Sheldrake producing, and I always knew he had something in him. And then I suppose the best thing for me about him being on this album is the company he's in, you know, because this is like one of his first original productions that's ever been released. I think he's done 2 remixes before this, and if you look at the company of producers he's in on the album, it's incredible. But it was really, he sent me the beat, and I think about 15 minutes after he sent me the first demo, I called him and said I've got a chorus already. And he was like, really? So I just recorded it into my iPhone, sent him the file, and then he pasted the file straight into the song on the chorus and then sent it back to me. So within half an hour of him finishing it, we already had a chorus, that idea. And it's quite a sad song. It's actually about a relationship I was in like 7-8 years ago, where it's quite destructive, and I almost felt the need to try and save this person from self-destruction, and how I dealt with that. And it's quite literal. You can listen to the lyrics and, you know, have a guess what it's about. And yeah, it's just like quite a sort of bad, sad, dark time in my life. And it's quite a moody song lyrically, but again uplifting. And it's one of the only songs on the album where it's nearly all rapped verses, you know, because most everything else on the album is like sort of sung verses and then a little rap in there somewhere, a little mid-late rap. And kind of like what I used to do, but also I suppose quite similar to the Streets. One of my favourite Street songs is It's Too Late. Didn't know that it was over till it was too late. And Blinded by the Lights, obviously. And the kind of pacing of this song and the production, I suppose, are influenced directly by Blinded by the Lights, and the storytelling element is quite streetsy, but essentially a still example. And that's one thing I've done on this whole album. There's no vocals on this album other than my own, which is quite rare nowadays because everyone has backing vocals or features. Even the bit in the chorus where it goes ooh, that's like me laid up sort of 8 times singing really high, like ooh, you know what I mean? But yeah, it's a really personal song, as is everything on the album. But it's I think it will go off well live. And what great thing about this album is a lot of the tracks on the album were started by one producer and sort of finished by another. And Never Had a Day started by Sheldrake, like, you know, sort of 70-80% of it done. And I wanted the end to sort of go into an old school jungle loop, and I wanted the drums and the kicks to be a little bit tougher, so we gave it to DC Breaks, and he finished this track off. They finished the track off, and yeah, absolutely smashed it. And I think it's going to become like a sort of a little hidden gem on the album.